Did you forget all about fractions? Well, you're in the right place.
Fractions of a set here on this video, but if you need to know more about coins and their values, the link's attached to review the value of coins, and then you'll be ready to get started. Okay, so fractions of a set. If you remember, that means a set of something, not like cutting a pizza. Or measuring something. Fractions of a set comes from a group of objects. If I'm going to be working on fractions of a set, I likely want to organize my items. I have 10 beans, so I know I can make that 2 groups of 5. That I can draw a line down the middle to break these in half. This would be 1/2 of the set. What if I wanted to find out what 1/5 was? Well, then I would be looking the other way. It's kind of confusing because I already have these together in a group. But if I think of them this way, then I know that 1/5 of the 10 beans would be 2. But I can't use the same one because that would get confusing. So let's reset here. So I know I have half, which is 5. Half of the beans is 5. And I broke them into 5 groups. And I know that 2 beans is 1/5. So I know that this is 1/5 and this is 1/2. Okay, let's play a little game. These are Anise stars. I have 12 of them. As I mentioned before, I have them fairly neatly lined up to help me stay organized. I'm going to use this string to rope off a group of the stars, and you can match that part to the fraction. So, which fraction on the right matches? That's right. Did you say 1/3? Yep, because they're broken into 1, 2, 3 groups. So if I have 4 of them together, that would be 1/3. Good job. Which fraction matches now? Let's see. 3. Go ahead. Which one? You're right. 1/4. 1/4. It's 1, 2, 3, 4 groups that are equal, and this is one group, one of 4 groups. So 3 stars equals 1/4. How about now? This should be getting easy. Did you say half? Yep, you got it. How about now? Did I trick you? No? It's still a half? Okay, you're right. So whatever item you're using in your set, I think it's really helpful to put the item into rows. For example, there are 30 popcorn kernels here. Now, as you know before, there's 6 rows going down. So every time I break them up this way, this is 1/6. You don't have to just think of a set, even though there's 30 of them. We don't have to only think of 30ths. Okay, that would be one little guy, 1/30th. But if I think of these as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then I can start thinking of this group in sixths. I can also think of them this way: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I can think of them as fifths. So there's 1 kernel equals 1/30. When I break them up this way and I have 6 groups, a whole row equals 1/6. So 1/6 equals 5 kernels. And then remember I had to break it this way to make fifths. So that would actually be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, even though I took one of those away. 1/5 of this equals 6 kernels. We can look at this group of 30 as many different fractions, as 30ths, as 6ths, and as 5ths. This tip might help you when you're working on the jar of coins. Okay, I have 30 pistachios here. I keep using 30. I don't know why. Maybe it's a clue. I don't know. Okay, so let's practice. So I'm going to use the red marker to break this group in half. First, take a little visual or think in your head there's 30 pistachios. How many pistachios would be half? You're thinking, did I give you enough time? You got it, right down the middle. Even groups, right? So 15, 3 groups of 5, 3 groups of 5. So 15 is half. Okay, I'm gonna use a different color to think about what would 1/5 of this group of pistachios be? There's 30 pistachios. I want to know how many pistachios is 1/5. Still thinking about it? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remember, if we're looking for fifths, we want to split the 30 into 5 equal groups. So if I split it this way, that would be 1/5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pistachios equals 1/5. 1/6 of the pistachios. How much is 1/6? Give me some think time. So remember, we were going this way for fifths. If I split them this way instead, 2, 3. So we already had 2 groups of 3, so that means I know I have 6 groups. So by splitting the pistachios this way, I know that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pistachios equals 1/6. Do you think you know what 1/10 of this is? 10 equal groups. Well, maybe we need a fresh start. Maybe you knew, like I knew, that if I had 30 pistachios and I want to put them into 10 equal groups, that I was thinking there was some relationship between 10 and 30. Maybe if I divide that 30 by 10, I would come up with 3. So fractions actually work a little bit like that. So I put 3 in each group, and let's track 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 equal groups. So 1/10 of 30